Recent rumors have indicated Mark Wahlberg could have been the DC Extended Universe's Green Lantern. But where would he have fit into Zack Snyder's original plan? Justice League already introduced 6 members of the DCEU's version of the team: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. But the 7th, and traditional founding member, Green Lantern, has been elusive thus far. There's been a lot of talk about an eventual Green Lantern introduction, but with a solo film release date that has always been much later than the rest of the members of the League. Hal Jordan has been entirely absent, even though the universe is already populated with Green Lantern lore. From Major Carey Ferris, his comic book love interest, to an ancient Green Lantern. Related, what was Zack Snyder's original 5-movie DCEU plan? Now that we know Wahlberg was in consideration, there's a number of new question marks. Where would he have been introduced and what would his role be? There's nothing official to go off of. Even his consideration for the role is merely a rumor, although it holds some ground as he posted an image on Instagram suggesting some kind of DCEU connection. But we've learned a fair amount about Zack Snyder's original plan for his 5-part DCEU story, so we can form some educated speculation about what the plans could have been for Mark Wahlberg's Green Lantern in the DCEU. Green Lantern may not have materialized in the first few movies of the DCEU, other than a nod to an ancient lantern during Justice League's history lesson. But plans were being made to properly introduce him into the universe. At the time, a Green Lantern movie was already on the slate, but with a number of other characters getting their introductions in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice or Justice League before their own solo film, it seemed to make sense that Green Lantern would also appear before his, and that an introduction of that sort was certainly in the cards. A couple of Green Lantern casting rumors have surfaced recently, with Tom Cruise's name being bandied about again, but the more surprising name was Mark Wahlberg. While the latter is no longer in contention, he was the top pick of producer Charles Roven when Zack Snyder was still fulfilling his 4-movie, originally 5-movie, Superman arc. Related, casting the Green Lantern Corps for the DCEU. Zack Snyder is no longer as actively involved in the DC Extended Universe, and Roven's participation seems to have also taken a smaller role as well, although both are still producers on Wonder Woman 1984 and the in-development Green Lantern Corps. Plans have been scrapped with a complete rewrite by Green Lantern legend and former DC president Jeff Johns, so it's safe to say Wahlberg's name isn't being bandied around anymore like Cruise's is, although he would be as bad of a choice as many people have assumed. Marky Mark tends to get a lot of eye rolls due to some sketchy off-screen behavior in his past and a portfolio of roles that range from big-budget blockbusters to dramas to stoner comedies. He's drawn acclaim for roles like the mouthy hard-as-nails Sergeant Dignam in The Departed or Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell in Lone Survivor, but also brought the laughs in movies like The Other Guys, where he was also a cop, giving an indication of the range they might have been going for when casting Hal Jordan, a tough-as-nails cop with a sense of humor. Although, as many fans have pointed out, he could also be a better fit for Guy Gardner. Tags: Green Lantern, Justice League, Green Lantern Corps, Justice League 2. Looking for an AD-free experience on screen? Rant.